Good evening.
Hi.
We're going to make this quite abruptly because I'm not leaving it too late because we're currently watching season 1 of Sherwood, and if you've not watched it, you should, because we are, as ever, very late to the party. I first watched The Runaway Bride, drunk and miserable at my house. And by my house, I mean my mother's house in Tamworth. It is the last Doctor Who story of any note that I did not watch for the first time with my wife, I think. Can't think of a single other one that I did not watch for the first time with my beautiful wife. So there you go. And I have to tell you something, my friends, that may have contributed to the next thing I say in a major way. And that is, I bloody hated The Runaway Bride first time I saw it. Did you hate The Runaway Bride the first time you saw it?
I didn't like Donna at all.
Yeah, and then we're going to...
I don't think I thought the story was particularly rubbish. I mean, it is a little bit weak. And I remember, I think when I saw it, I thought, okay. But I didn't like her for sure.
So this is the first thing that we need to talk about. And there's a possibility that you're younger than us. There's a very good, increasingly good possibility that you're younger than us. And also a possibility that you don't live in Britain. And if you don't, you won't know. But I'm sure this is true the world over. There are often comedy shows that just catch the public's imagination and become the comedy show that everybody watches. Good examples from... hello, Humphrey, I'm doing a video. Good examples from the recent past include Gavin and Stacey, which I've never seen. What other big shows have there been? Oh, Little Britain, which I hardly ever watched with Matt Lucas. The Office. Never watched that. You're spotting your theme. Mrs. Brown's Boys. I've never seen that.
Anything that's only made in...
What?
I don't know what it's called. Made in Essex? The Only Way is Essex?
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking about comedy shows, sitcoms and so on. Now, the few that I have watched would include Only Fools and Horses, genuinely class. And Fawlty Towers, which is transcendent.
Dad's Army.
And Dad's Army. Oh, my word, yes.
What about 9/9?
Blackadder. Oh, no, but we're talking about English ones. Now, the Catherine Tate Show was one such programme.
Keeping appearances.
Yeah, but only one foot in the grave. This is really boring for a Doctor Who conversation, isn't it? The Catherine Tate Show was one of those shows. It was a sketch show, and it was pervasive. Catherine Tate was everywhere. You won't know this. She was on the Royal Variety Show and did a very funny sketch on the Royal Variety Show, but it wasn't my thing. So I wasn't on board the Catherine Tate hype train when she appeared randomly in Doctor Who as a surprise at the end of Doomsday. And when The Runaway Bride started, even though the biggest advocate of Doctor Who going in your local vicinity here was saying, oh, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be amazing, I was thoroughly let down by The Runaway Bride. Really let down. Because, and as Lib has just stated, I just couldn't get on with Catherine Tate whatsoever. And it seemed to me that Donna was basically any composite of characters from the Catherine Tate programme. There was a bit of the Nan in there. There was the bit of the am I bothered girl and all that kind of thing. But fundamentally, it wasn't my jam. Watching it now, what a flipping roller coaster of fun that was. Would you agree? It was so much fun to watch that. Now, that's for two reasons. One, because it's way better than I thought it was. Like, are you really just being weird? It was way better than I thought it was. The sort of screwball comedy thing perfectly suits Doctor Who, a massive antidote to what all the emotional trauma that we've just had that ties in perfectly with the story. And, of course, brilliant Christmas fare. Happy Christmas, by the way. Liv threw away my hat the other day. It's her fault.
What hat?
Oh, I thought it was rubbish. It was rubbish.
The other reason, of course, we know Donna now. And not only do we know Donna, and this is just absolutely unbelievable. Humphrey, stop being weird and clear on. What's unbelievable about Donna is, whilst Rose is obviously this massively important companion, and her departure really sets the course of the programme in a different route. This was another one of those moments where the wheels could have come off Doctor Who. Thankfully, Tennant was well established by this point. And a new companion... Man, the first new companion I can remember was when Ace came in, back then. We weren't that bothered that Mel had gone. But Rose sorry, Mel. God, we love Mel. But Rose going was massive. So, now it's ludicrous to think that Donna is possibly, this is arguable, the most important Tennant companion.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
No.
Well, okay, you're a Rose stan though. Humphrey, why is Donna the most important Tennant companion?
Because with the whole Dr. Donna thing.
There you go. The Dr. Donna thing, Donna coming back, Donna coming back twice.
Rose is important too, though. If
Oh yeah, I'm not denigrating Rose. I'm not. But this is my point, right? Now we know where Donna's going to go, and as a result, all the bolshy Donna-ness to it is just sublime to watch. The way that she starts to trust the Doctor, the way that they start to have fun in each other's company, a totally different dynamic to Rose. It's such fun, and at the time, because it's the Catherine Tate show, or at least how I perceived it then, I didn't buy into it at all. Now, honestly, this is one of the biggest 180s, or 360s, or whatever the term is, in terms of my enjoyment of a Doctor Who episode of anything we have watched. Because if you'd asked me before this, I'd have said, oh, it's rubbish. That was brilliant. So we got Donna, and that's what makes it brilliant. You get that amazing scene with the TARDIS next to the taxi, and the kids in the back window going, John. It's so good. I love that. The return of the Santa robots, just doing a job. That's absolutely fine. Donna's family, who again are going to become massively important, and Donna's dad as well.
I don't remember what happens to Donna's dad at all.
So here, and I couldn't tell you during the episode, you know when Wilf's in it and Partners in Crime, and like Donna goes up to see him and says, oh, I met this man once and this, that and the other. They actually filmed those scenes with Donna's dad, but the actor died. So they weren't able to use those things. So that's why Bernard Cribbins becomes Donna's... anyway, there we go. But Jackie's... Is it Jackie? No, it's not Jackie. What's her name?
Can't remember what her name is.
Donna's mum's name. Anyway, Neris as well. Neris's name, we only meet her once, I think. She keeps cropping up and up and up and up every time we see Donna again. So that was absolutely fabulous. I love the story. In so much as it's a Christmas Day story, screwball comedy, load of nonsense, wedding at Christmas going wrong. Everybody can relate to that kind of thing. Absolutely brilliant. I think, Humphrey, back me up here, Sarah Parish as the Ragnaros Queen, great performance. Honestly, so I know it seems, I mean, I'm not an actor, what do I know? But some of the way that she held her body and delivered some of those lines, you know, notwithstanding that she was also attached to the abdomen of a massive spider, but she really got across the fact that this was an alien in a really, really good way. Yeah? Absolutely superb. And then just finishing it up with, you know, a mention of Rose and this sense of you need to go and find somebody who's going to make you stop sometimes, which again is going to come back. I don't know how forward, but obviously he didn't know that Catherine Tate was coming back, but this sense of somebody to stop you, all that kind of thing. Absolutely fabulous. Did you enjoy it, Hom?
Yes, and just so you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if Dad's already mentioned this. As soon as we watched that, I asked if I could go and watch another episode of Doctor Who, and I didn't realise it was a four-parter, so I started the Three Doctors.
So can I have a mini review on the first two episodes of the Three Doctors?
So currently it's really good. I don't know who the actual bad guy is, but I'm fairly sure it's something to do with the mind robber that I don't know.
Not quite, but there's connections. I could see how that would be connected. Good lad. Oh, you know the mind robber as well. Good lad. Right, there we go.
I know that from the book how it mentioned it.
Oh, good lad. Right, so there we go. Runaway Bride. Honestly, the biggest turnaround in my perception of a Doctor Who story that I can remember throughout the whole of this process. I absolutely loved it, and with hindsight's 2020 of course, but with hindsight, just as absolutely joyous, perfect for that moment in the story of Tennant, of the story of this Doctor, just the right thing to drop. And then of course, how fortunate where that little nugget of a story is going to progress from here. Absolutely brilliant nugget. Wonderful stuff.
Emojis are on fire.
And emojis are on fire. There we go.